Is the ieGeek ZS-GX3S a capable CCTV camera? Let's take a look. Under the flap are the power and reset buttons, the micro USB port to charge it up, where a red light will be displayed to indicate it's charging, and a blue one when it is fully charged, and the micro SD slot to save your footage. This can take up to a 128GB card, but we've installed a 64GB one which we had laying around. There is the option of storing your footage on the cloud and you get the first 7 days for free, but then you would need to take out one of the subscriptions to continue using this. Use the 3 plugs, 3 screws and the mount to get it installed, and the mount allows you to position it how you like. To set up your phone you will need to scan the QR code which is available in the manual and hit install on the ieGeek app. An account will need to be set up, but this was simple and brought no issues. In the app we added a battery camera, put in our password for our Wi-Fi, then we used the camera to scan the QR code that was being displayed on our mobile phone, and we were all set up in a matter of seconds. This doesn't record 24/7, so it will only record when it detects motion for the duration of either 10, 20 or 30 seconds. Once this limit has been reached, then it will chop the video, and there will be a gap before it starts recording again as long as motion is detected. When motion is detected, then an alert will be sent to your mobile device immediately. Tapping the thumbnail for the snapshot worked great, but when we pressed the play button, it just wouldn't play that footage back, even though it is stored on the card and we can go through the calendar and play it back through there. The day footage is going to be fine, with it being easy to identify someone, and the movement's going to be good enough as it delivers 15 frames per second. We did experience heavy rain, and some of that rain was left on the lens, which did eventually clear on its own. We had it installed upright, without it tilting forward, which may actually have contributed towards this. As we are currently using the intelligent mode, it will switch from IR to the main light when movement is detected. There were no issues with this switching from one to the other, but as we currently have the camera installed around eye level, then we found that the light washed our face out, and it gradually got worse the closer that we got. We then installed it slightly higher and tilted the head forward slightly, and we didn't experience any issues with rain on the lens. And again, during the daytime this will certainly get the job done, and during the night we had a much better experience with the IR light, and we can be easily identified when we are close to the lens, but expect it to be a little more difficult the further away somebody is from the camera. The colour mode does a decent job, providing that you don't get too close, so you will want the person to be around 5 feet or more away from the camera for the colour mode to do its best work. It only made one non-human detection, which was impressive, and this was with the sensitivity set to the highest setting. If you are concerned about false detections, then there is an option to highlight sections of the image where if motion is detected in that area, then it will record and everything else will be ignored. It's not recommended to have it installed above 3 meters in height, but we did have it installed at around 5 meters, and we were still getting some detections with an overall decent looking picture, but it is best to have it installed lower. Colour mode at night brings some light to the image, but it would be very difficult to identify someone at this range, so I would recommend having it monitor things which are closer. Two-way audio is available, and this is what it sounds like.
TV camera, we're roughly around 10 feet away. This is the kind of audio you can expect from the inbuilt microphone. This is the kind of audio you can expect.
You can enable the inbuilt siren, which will get triggered if movement is detected at night. You can share the camera with others too, so they can monitor if you can't. The battery indicator will give you a rough estimate of how much life is left in the device, as we had it going down and back up on some occasions, so bear that in mind. We used it for a week and lost almost 30%, so it should give you close to a month before it needs recharging. Charging from 72% back to 100 took 3 hours and 27 minutes. You can use an ieGeek solar panel to keep it topped up, but you will need to purchase this separately. Putting the card in our PC and all the video footage is playable as it is all in MP4 format. But does this larger camera from ieGeek perform any better or worse than the one you've seen in this review?